cherry stem. I can tell you about Leif Erikson. I know all the words to De Colores, and I'm proud to be an American. Me and my friends are platypus. Me and my friend made a comic book, and guess how long it took? I can't do anything that I want, cause look.
My name is Obi, and I'm afraid I will never accomplish my dream. Because my dream is to create stories about minority superheroes. I'm afraid no one will see them, because how often are black heroes seen?
They started yelling at us.
Faggot.
And I spun on my heels because I was damn sure going to defend myself. My heart was racing, my adrenaline pumping, and then, as soon as I had my body turned, I got punched, square in the face. Then my friend stepped up, trying to defend us, and he was asked, "Do you want to be next, faggot?" I wanted to scream at the top of my lungs, "Hit me and take something. Hit me and steal from me. But don't hit me just because I like guys." Have you ever thought about how hard it is to be gay? Being gay is hard, very hard. All parents want their children to be normal, marry someone of the opposite sex, provide plenty of grandchildren, etc., etc., etc. Most of the time when they find out their child is gay, a war erupts at home. In some cases, the offender is kicked out of the house, and just like that, a gay person is already miles behind the rest of the world in finding their American dream. They have no family, no financial support, and are left to battle the cold world all alone. Gay people are hated by some, just like African Americans are hated by some white people, for no other reason than they are black. People are born gay, black, male, and female, through no fault or choice of their own. We can't control the way we were born, so we have to live with what life serves us. But the time is coming when coming out will be no big deal, and if you're gay, you'll be able to declare you're gay, without the fear or setbacks that come with coming out. Sexual orientation and gender identity will no longer be an obstacle to our
Negro accused of assaulting white girl. Have you ever experienced your homes, businesses, and communities being torched because of the way you look? To lynch Negro tonight. Have you ever been accused of raping a woman in an elevator when all you did was step on her foot? Remembering 6 killed in Temple shooting. Have you ever seen a mob destroy your way of life? One weak and brown America. Have you ever been denied federal money due to your race? Can you tell what time period any of these news headlines are from? Are they from the 1920s, when communities like Greenwood, Oklahoma, otherwise known as the Black Wall Street, or Rosewood, Florida's thriving black communities were burned to the ground and more than 400 people were killed? Or are they from today's paper, discussing our Islamic Americans? How has racism changed? Has it? Are they discussing black, brown? Why is skin color such an obstacle to the American dream?
I discovered I was pregnant at 21. I was scared, but didn't go for prenatal care because I was not married. A year later, I was pregnant again. I didn't have anyone to support me financially or emotionally. I had to go on welfare. Managing it all has been hard. I do everything. Their father's not in their life. He's lost his job and is not sending any support. Nothing. I was only requesting $200 a month, but he has done nothing. Sometimes I want to get away just to have any me time, but there's no one around to help. Being a single mother has made it difficult for me to live my American dream. I've had to make so many adjustments. I have sole responsibility for my 2 boys. My oldest son has autism, and my youngest son helps me take care of him. I often wonder, what kind of dreams will they have?
Ever since I could remember, I had secretly wanted to be a physician, but I didn't go around telling people, I'm going to be a doctor. I grew up in a small town in Oklahoma, Bop Cheeto, population 628. My hometown, I love it and everything, but for women, the expectation is to graduate from high school and get married. No one expects you to do anything else. I had bigger ambitions though. I graduated high school with 19 other kids. 6 of us went off to college, and I was the only girl out of those 6. I went to a small university in Durant, which is where I met my husband, Jimmy. Without him, I may not have been so successful in my path to becoming a doctor. We talk a lot about our dreams, what we think is best for us. We don't have any kids yet, although we hope to soon. We just adopted a cat, and that is enough for now. I followed my dreams, and I'm happy with what I've accomplished so far. But I know that other people struggle with tougher obstacles to face. Generation after generation see no hope of things getting better, no hope of getting a new job, no hope of having the American dream. You don't think of that happening in the United States, but it does.
People call me Mother Hunter. They say I'm wise beyond my years, but wisdom does not come without affliction. I was born during the Great Harlem Renaissance in April of 1946, but I grew up right here in North Carolina. People told me I had balance, and boy, did I. I had dreams, too. I wanted to be a teacher. I obtained bachelor's degrees in history and political science and went on to receive my master's degree in education. I was successful, flourishing, ready to meet the world, eyes wide like a newborn baby. I achieved my dreams. I began to teach, and soon life gave me 2 more precious gifts, a husband and a gorgeous newborn baby. But after the baby came, so followed the darkness. My mind swirled into an inescapable fury. I began thinking things that didn't make sense. My mind and body grew exhausted. The mental health care system in the 1970s, it was nothing to brag about. I was prescribed medications, branded with the disease, and left to drown in my restlessness. I've never felt so alone. The sun, it didn't warm my cheeks, it just blinded my eyes. I was committed without my consent. I remember the policeman's hand around my arm, driving me into the most horrible nightmare, one I could have never imagined. I wasted away for a year in a mental institute, receiving treatments I didn't ask for, such as electroshock therapy without anesthesia. After I wasted away for a year, I was finally let out, and the nightmare just continued. I couldn't get my daughter back. I couldn't get a job. I wore my disease like a scarlet letter. Well, they say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I live and breathe this. What's my dream? That one day in every home, without stigma and shame, we will be able to speak about mental disease, mental disorders, schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, but without stigma and shame. That's the world that I'm dreaming for. That's the world that I'm fighting for.
If you're trying to achieve, there will be roadblocks.
I've had them, we've all had them.
But obstacles don't have to stop you.
If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up.
Climb it, go through it, or go around it.